Hi, I'm Lauren Wilson and this is Cake Decorating with Lauren Wilson. Today we are going to be making a petal cake. So first you're going to need your cake, and then you're going to cut the tops off so that it's level, and you don't, because if you don't cut the tops off, the round part will make the rest of the cake tip. And then you'll need to make your icing. Put a little bit on your cake board so that your cake doesn't slide around. Once you get the center smoothed out, you'll take your other cake and place it face down so that the crumbs aren't on the outside and showing when you decorate your cake. With the cake decoration we're going to do, you don't need a whole bunch of icing on sides, so just put just crumb coating on the top and bottom sides. Once you've got your icing made, crumb coated on the cake, and then divide it out into bowls. You can use as many colors as you want. You can do it all one color, you can use 10 different colors, but I'm going to do an ombre and fade from a dark blue to a white. Once you got them divided out in the bowls and ready to put your food coloring in, I use gel because it works better and it makes the color more vibrant and bright. I'm going to start by putting one drop, then like a bigger drop, and just keep putting more in each bowl. And then I'm going to leave that one white. So then you're going to have your colors fading for the ombre. You want to make sure you get the sides and the bottom good so that it's all mixed together well. You want to make sure you don't get the food coloring on you, because otherwise you turn colors. Now that you have your different colors, you'll make your icing bags. You can either use like regular icing bags like I have, or you can use like Ziploc bags and just cut the tip off the corner. You want to cut it kind of down, and then you'll take a coupler and put it on the inside. Take your tip. I am using a round tip, a number 10, for the dots that we're gonna make. And then I'll fold it down so that the icing doesn't get all on the edges. If you don't want to do it this way, you can put it in a cup and just fold the edges around the cup, and it will help you if you need an extra hand. You want to make sure you don't have any air bubbles. That's why I'm pushing down. I'm using blue because it's my favorite color, but I've made one that was blue, purple, and gray before, and it turned out pretty. I'm going ahead and making up different bags so I don't have to keep cleaning that one out and putting the icing in. Now that you have all your colors that you're going to use, you'll start with the dots. I'm starting with a darker. You want to make sure that you're going to keep all your dots the same. You're gonna take either a smoother, a butter knife, or a spoon, anything you can use, and just press down and pull so that it's got, looks like that. And then you'll do that all the way around. Once you get your first line done and you come to the last one, you can just put a dot and then that will be the back of it. Then you'll start your next row and you'll want to start the smudge halfway in, and then same with the next dot, halfway. This cake is really time consuming, but it turns out looking neat at the end. With the dots, you can either put them right above each other, diagonal, whatever you want to do, pretty much, as long as it dot and smear. You may need to clean your knife or whatever you're using off every now and then so that it doesn't start smearing the colors. I'm going to make sure you don't push too hard, that you're digging into the cake. On the last TV segment that I did, we did snowman face, and I said that we were going to do them at a 4-H meeting. Well, we ended up doing it, and they turned out really neat, and the girls that are in the class really loved them. After fading your colors, I did dark to light, but you can start with your white at the bottom or do a rainbow of red, orange, yellow, blue, purple. You can do whatever, but the way I'm doing it, once you get your dark and then start fading to the light, you can do a white, and then you can write happy birthday on top, or use decorations and use this as a baby shower, or this would make a good smash cake because with this size, because it feeds about 4 or 5 people, and this is the size I normally use for smash cakes, and with all the icing on it, it would make a good one. With this cake, you will need to have patience because it is very time consuming. And your hand will probably hurt afterwards. Okay, once now you have your sides done, you can do your top. You can either do a dot and pull it in towards the center, and then when you're done, and then just work your way around. Then when you're done, just put a dollop in the middle and you have a flower. Or you can do just the sides and pull it the same way you have been. Or you can just do one around the edge and then put decorations in the middle. That's what I'm gonna do for time reasons, because it's faster. If you go to Sheraton Valley's website, click recipes, and then click on cake decorating with Lauren Wilson, you can get my recipe for my buttercream, which I'm using right now, and my fondant, which I have done in the past videos. With your dots, you can start out with bigger dots and then work your way to a smaller, or smaller to larger, or you can just keep it all the same like I'm doing. Okay, now that you've got your sides and your top done, I'm going to show you how to make buttercream roses. You'll start in the center and make just a, not really a dollop, but a tall cylinder-like thing. And you'll take your rose tip. You want the fatter end at the bottom and the skinnier at the top so it looks more feathered out. First, once you make your center, normally you'll use the same color as your petals, but you don't have to. You can use all the colors of the cake, or you can do just the one. First, you'll make your center, which is just one spiral around, and then you'll start with your petals. You'll make an arch, little arches, and then you'll gradually work up to a bigger one. You want to make sure you use the smaller end of the tip facing up so that gives it more of a feathered look. And you have your rose. Before you put it on the cake, you can stick it in the freezer so that it sets up and then is harder when you put it on the cake, because otherwise it kind of ends up messing up. Now, once you've made your rose and put it in the freezer for a little bit so that it will harden, you can use a pair of scissors or a knife. Take your rose off and place it on your cake. And then you can repeat that if you've made several different ones. And you can still do whatever you want on it. I like sparkles, so I'm gonna add some glitter, edible, just to give it a little something. And that's how you make a petal cake. See you next time on Cake Decorating with Lauren Wilson.